Rating systems. How do they work? What is Elo? There are various mathematical models and techniques applied for identifying a player's rating in an attempt to determine their skill level. Some aspects to consider when evaluating algorithms. Does the algorithm support more than 2 players? Is the algorithm fair and accurate? Actually, what does it mean to be fair and accurate? Introducing the Elo algorithm. The Elo rating system is used to calculate relative skill levels in zero-sum games with 2 players. It was originally proposed as an improved chess rating system. The difference in rating between 2 players serves as a predictor of the outcome of the match. If 2 players have the same rating, they are expected to win the same amount of games against each other. However, if one player has a higher rating, they are expected to win more often. Performance is inferred from wins, losses, and draws. We define the player's expected score as the probability of winning plus half the probability of drawing. So let E of A denote the probability player A wins. So here we have E of A is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus 10, power of RB minus RA divided by 400, where RB and RA is the rating of players B and A respectively. Here we apply the logistic curve. We also see that E of A plus E of B is equal to 1, and our rating difference of 400 points makes the expected score 10 times higher than the other player. After, compute the new rating for player A, RA, using the following formula: RA plus K, which is a constant defined as the maximum adjustment per game, SA minus EA. Let's go through an example. Suppose we have a tournament where player A, rated 1613, beats player B, rated 1388, and also draws player C, rated 1477. What is their new rating? First we compute the probability player A beats player B and player A beats player C. Then we combine the scores to determine their new ratings. So here we compute the probabilities first. Here we subtract over the probability that player B, A beats player B. And then afterwards we have to compute their new rating. So first we chose a k-factor of 32. Then here we have the draw plus the win. And then here we take the probability that player A beats player B and player A beats player C. And here we have our final updated rating, which is 1613.64. So it went up a little bit. So how do we deal with new players, which is known as cold start problem? Rating inflation over time, and is there rating deflation over time? And are there better approaches to actually going and not using Elo ratings at all? So player variability. Depending on the system preferences, the player either begins with a rating, such as 1200, or the first batch of games is used to determine a rating, with the sum of points is greater than or equal to 0.5. However, it is clear that a new player will have a less accurate rating. We can choose to either accelerate or decelerate this by choosing different k values. In chess, it is commonly believed that the top ratings are actually inflated. Modern chess computers can evaluate perceived player strength to validate such assumptions by analyzing their historical games. The systems aren't accurate enough yet to make such claims. However, it is evident that at the highest level of players, as there is only one player with a rating higher than 2700 in 1979, and now there's 44 by September 2012. However, some academic papers tend to mention that there's an overall tendency in Elo to actually experience deflation. By experiencing the flux of players, it is found that players typically enter the rating pool with lower ratings and leave it with higher ratings as they get more experienced. The net effect of such an influx is for players to have a reduced overall rating, and there's floors in FIDE, which is a chess organization based in Switzerland for international games, to alleviate this. There are several other algorithms, one of which is chess metrics, which I won't go into, but this is another technique known as a weighted and padded simultaneous performance rating, but it isn't used very commonly. Another interesting one is the German evaluation number, which is actually based on a different system called the Elo Rating System. It's actually very similar to the Elo Rating System, but it has a different rating update formula. The expected score formula is the exact same, but the rating update formula is different because it includes a developmental coefficient, fundamental value D null, an acceleration factor A, and also a braking factor B. We also have J, which depends on the ages of the rating. This is a more complicated and evolved algorithm, but it may produce more accurate results and it has more parameters than the simple Elo algorithm. We don't actually consider all things in this. If I introduce Glyco2, which is a very complicated statistical algorithm, we see here on the left side that this includes more features than the Elo, chess metrics, or DWZ algorithm. It's not a simple formula like I mentioned, so I won't be covering it, just like chess metrics, even though chess metrics is more simple. But this one has a Bayesian approach to it, and it also allows for measuring rating inflation and deflation. So what about having more than 2 players? That's where TrueSkill comes in. It was developed by Microsoft Research, and it's used for video game matchmaking on Xbox Live, and it's used for greater than or equal to 2 players. Player skill is represented by a normal distribution characterized by a mean value and some variance, which is its confidence understanding. The skills of players are determined using factor graphs and expected propagation. The player's rank is computed using a conservative estimate of mu minus 3 times confidence, so all players start with a rank of 0. Microsoft released TrueSkill 2 in 2018, an improved Bayesian skill rating system. The system incorporates additional data such as player experience and metadata such as tendency to quit and more. It was shown that it predicts historical match outcomes with 68% accuracy compared with 52% TrueSkill. Thank you very much for watching.